what can I say? Another bouncy number that everybody knows and I hope everybody loves. It's called Courting in the Kitchen. Come single bell and bow, unto me pay attention. Don't ever fall in love, it's the devil's own invention. For once I fell in love with a way meant so bewitching, Miss Henrietta Bell, out of Captain Kelly's kitchen. Way to toora-lura-la, toora-lura-la-dee, toora-lura-la, toora-lura-la-dee. At the age of 17 I was apprenticed to a grocer, not far from Stephen's Green, where Miss Henry used to go, sir. Her manners were sublime, she set me heart a-twitching, and she invited me to a hoolie in the kitchen. With you toora-lura-la, toora-lura-la-dee, toora-lura-la, toora-lura-la-dee. Well, the captain came downstairs, though he saw me situation. In spite of all me prayers, I was marched up to the station. From me they set no bail, though to get home I was itching. I had to tell the tale of how I came into the kitchen. With the toora-lura-la, toora-lura-la-dee, toora-lura-la, toora-lura-la-dee. Well, I swore she didn't bite me, though she gave a flat denial, and so they did indict me, and I was sent for trial. She swore I robbed the house, in spite of all me screeching, and I got 6 months hard for me courting in the kitchen. With toora-lura-la, toora-lura-la-dee, toora-lura-la, toora-lura-la-dee. Great, you were great on that one.
Thank you, Matt. And we hope you all enjoyed that sing-along and indeed joined in. Tá fáilte roimh go léir go clár na seachtaine seo. You're all very welcome to our usual selection. Matt has a tribute to Des O'Connor, and I have a couple of poems. Paddy is also sharing some of his musings with us about stray kittens and hedgehogs, about music lessons and barroom brawls. And he also gets irritated again, this time because of an excess of thank yous. We'll start this week with a poem by Brendan Kennelly, the Irish poet from North Kerry who died last week, aged 85. Begin by Brendan Kennelly. Begin again to the summoning birds, to the sight of the light at the window. Begin to the roar of morning traffic all along Pembroke Road. Every beginning is a promise, born in light and dying in dark determination and exaltation of springtime, flowering the way to work. Begin to the pageant of queuing girls, the arrogant loneliness of swans in the canal, bridges linking the past and future, old friends passing, though with us still. Begin to the loneliness that cannot end, since it perhaps is what makes us begin. Begin to wonder at unknown faces, at crying birds in the sudden rain, at branches stark in the willing sunlight, at seagulls foraging for bread, at couples sharing a sunny secret, alone together while making good. Though we live in a world that dreams of ending, that always seems about to give in, something that will not acknowledge the conclusion, insists that we forever begin.
Hello again, here's more from my diary. Friday the 27th of August. We start with a bang. Grandson Sean fell off his bike and broke his right elbow and wrist and cut his chin. Battered was how he described himself. Another description by himself, he was in a bar-room brawl. Well, at least he didn't dent his droll sense of humour. At the hospital, his mother Adele wasn't allowed in with him because Sean is now an adult. Big excitement in Moorhevna, Dundalk, where Emma and David's son James has been born, promoting Brendan and Anne to Granny and Grandad. Congratulations all. Saturday the 28th of August, great excitement in Summerhill. 2 hedgehogs have appeared in the back garden and have been eating the cat food. They're quite big, fully grown, judging by the photos. Sunday the 29th of August, a text from Adele that Molly, the kitten found on the road by Barry while out cycling, Molly went missing last night and can't be found anywhere. Great angst. Elaine in Perth, Australia, texted to say she got her second vaccination today. Mark had his last month. Good. Monday the 30th of August. I'm feeling irritated again. All this thanking each other on radio interviews is starting to get to me. On the news at 1, Brian Dobson says, "Thank you for taking our call." Then the interviewee says, "Thank you for having me on." By all means say thanks, but all that should be done off air, no? Rosie and Lucy went back to school today. Rosie to big school for the first time, and she did remarkably well. Emma, her former minder, rang Jane to see how she got on. That was really nice. Later I was asked to get a tin whistle in Antonia's for Lucy in the key of D. That was the only key they had in any case, and this marks the start of another phase in the extended Smith family, music lessons.
What wakes up the morning for a fresher kind of day? Who tells the sun to rise? Now Pat is on his way. It's Pat the baker, first with freshness. Pat the baker, so fresh it's famous. Rising early every morning, brings the best to you. It's Pat the baker, Pat the baker, so fresh it's famous.
Dia is Murray Eve Goler a Gwini Ushla. Today, for some reason, I was thinking of the late great Des O'Connor. Probably he was on my mind because he died almost a year ago, God rest his soul, and I remember him as being a lovely singer, very, very laid back and had a great smile. And I looked up some biographical notes about him to discover he was described as a comedian who sang songs, and I would have thought the opposite really. He was a singer who happened to be a very funny man. Now he had many popular songs, and I thought you and I together we would pay homage to his memory by singing one of his songs, which was one called Careless Hands. So, are you ready? Careless hands that broke my heart in two. Careless hands don't care when dreams slip through. But all that sunshine didn't make the roses grow. Careless hands that can't hold on to love. But all that sunshine didn't make the roses grow. Careless hands that can't hold on to love. Careless hands that can't hold on to love. Now, I hope you enjoy that little ditty.
Here's a poem of mine about a field we used to play in when I was young in County Sligo. This was a neighbour's field, and we played soccer and football and hurling and everything else we thought of there whenever we liked. I don't remember ever actually asking the farmer permission to use the field, but he never complained. Coleman's Field. When I sat in the East Stand at Old Trafford, what I saw was Coleman's Field. The drain near the railway filled in, the bank at the road end flattened, and all the rushes towards the river all cut back. We read voraciously the Irish Independent sport pages, World Sports, Football Monthly, and this rough strip, too poor for cultivation, became our showgrounds: Croke Park, Dalymount, the Oval, Wembley. Delaney beat the world here, Eusebio the North Koreans. Rackard and O'Brien scored goals, and Richie Benno took umpteen wickets, though we were unsure about the legality of his bowling action. The owners never frowned on our stud marks, our enthusiastic goalposts, corner flags and wickets, and all the other rough field markings which stalked out the sidelines of our youth. We end this week with a song, Isle of Hope, by Scéalta, our old friends. The isle in the title is Ellis Island in New York Harbor, where emigrants to the USA disembarked. The song was written by Brendan Graham, the Irish songwriter, and it's about Annie Moore, who was the first emigrant to use Ellis Island when it opened on the 1st of January 1892. She was aged something like 15 or 16 or even 17, and she had sailed from Cork. And in fact, there is a statue of her and her family members on the quay at Cove. So Scéalta will sing Isle of Hope. So thank you all very much. We hope you've enjoyed our programme and we look forward to seeing you again next week. In the meantime, take care.
On the first day of January 1892, they opened Ellis Island and they let the people through. And the first to cross the threshold of that Isle of Hope and Tears was Annie Moore from Ireland, who was all but 15 years. Isle of hope, Isle of tears, Isle of freedom, Isle of fears, but it's not the isle you left behind. The Isle of hunger, Isle of pain, Isle you'll never see again, but the Isle of hope is always on your mind. In a little bag she carries all her past history and the dreams for tomorrow in this land of liberty. Courage is the passport when your old world disappears. But there's no future in the past when you're 15 years. Isle of hope, Isle of tears, Isle of freedom, Isle of fears, but it's not the isle you left behind. The Isle of hunger, Isle of pain, Isle you never see again, but the Isle of hope is always on your mind. When they closed down Ellis Island, 1943, 17